Hello everyone, for those who do not know, my name is Liza and this is my art channel. This is day 2 of doing some portrait sketches and I'm still using a ballpoint pen. I decided to go in with a pencil at the beginning because it was a bit of a harder sketch and it's a pose I am not used to. So I pretty much did the outlines and did the measurements, and this is me checking the measurements, making sure they're alright because I didn't really want to start with a ballpoint pen and then realize that I put it off proportion. Anyway, let's get on to our sketchbook story, shall we? Just to note, this story is specifically for entertainment purposes. So let me first introduce some of the characters. So in this story, we have about 4 characters. So there is me, there is my friend, we'll name him Harry, and there's my other friend, we'll name him Ronnie, and then there's the lady, which we will call her Patricia. Anyway, this Patricia lady I have never met in my life apart from this specific moment. So the story starts with me at uni with my 2 friends Harry and Ronnie, and we have just finished our class and it's heading towards the late afternoon. Now usually on Wednesday nights me and Ronnie go to the same event, which is like a Yads church group thing. So on those days Ronnie takes the same train as me and heads in the same direction. Harry goes onto the same platform as us, but he goes onto a different train that goes in the opposite direction. So what usually happens is that our trains actually arrive pretty much at the same time on that same platform and leave at the same time. And so with that being said, we usually all walk together to the platform and say goodbye, hug, and then leave and part ways. But not today. There was other plans happening. So I have never ever in my years of taking the train have never had a bad moment where there was someone strange, someone scaring me and making me feel uncomfortable. Never had that situation before, except for that day. Granted, I have heard stories from my other colleagues and classmates about all the great shebang that comes with living in Brisbane City. Anyway, we are walking to the entrance of the train station. And I don't know about how train station works in other countries, but the train station platform and system in Australia goes like this. There's like a station, well, like a little stand, I don't know what you call it. Sort of like a machine that sits there, and you have a card and you tap the card and you're done. You don't really have to pay a ticket. You don't really have to talk to the person and be like, hey, I'm getting a one-way ticket to this place. It's kind of already set up for you. Anyway, to get to our platform, we usually have to tap our cards and then go up a set of stairs and then go through this thin corridor that goes over the other train lines and down to the platform that we wait at. Anyway, this is where Patricia comes in. So we are walking towards this train station and we see Patricia. She is wearing shorts, flip-flops, and she has a bikini top on. And we're like, cool, it's a hot day today, you know, I understand people go swimming and they take the train and head home. It's just another day in Australia, pretty much. And she is holding her phone, so we think she's having a really loud conversation. As we walk past her, my friend Harry makes eye contact with her, because he is in front of me, and I see him make eye contact with her. She makes eye contact with him, but not just like they glance at each other, no. It's a stop conversation, turns whole body and just glares at my friend Harry. Harry freaks out and breaks eye contact with her, and at this point it makes us a bit uncomfortable with what is happening and what she's doing. Patricia is at this moment in time standing on top of a table. So we are just like, you know what, let's keep walking, let's forget it, we just need to get to our train. And I say out loud, Harry, let's keep going, we're gonna miss our train. And literally, we are past her, we have tapped our cards, she yells, yep, you're gonna miss your train. We turn around and Patricia jumps off the table and starts heading towards us. And as she comes closer to us, we realize that she's mumbling to herself. The mumble then turns into a mixture of weird shrieks and ahs and groans. And at that point, me, Harry, and Ronnie are like, okay, this is becoming really weird. So let's just play it cool and walk up the stairs. And hopefully she doesn't follow us. So we walk up the stairs and she is still behind us, walking at a bit of a distance, but she's still following us. She literally suddenly goes, you're gonna miss your train, again. And this time she says it really loud and really aggressively. At that point, we have made it to the corridor and we are walking down it. We are still keeping a fairly close eye on her, like we are glancing back every so often while we're walking down this corridor. And all of a sudden, something changes. Like, I don't know what it is. It was in the air, but I sensed it. We all did. And we realized that it was actually Patricia. she decided to run after us because she was in her flip-flops and you could hear it echoing down that corridor. And at this point, she is yelling and screaming, going, "I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you." And at that point, me, Harry, and Ronnie literally look at each other and we know this situation just went from weird to scary and we gotta get out of here. So then all three of us start sprinting down that corridor. And as we are running, we hear over the loudspeaker that our train has arrived. So what that means is that me and Ronnie's train has just showed up at the station, but Harry's train is still on its way, and Patricia is still chasing after us. So she literally follows us down the corridor and follows us down the exit that leads to our platform. And by the time we get to a platform, the train doors are open and people are getting in and out of the train. Harry sees the opportunity and tells us that we might be able to lose her in the crowd. At this point, I am holding myself together, trying not to burst into tears because I have no idea what is happening. I am clinging onto Harry's bag for dear life because I do not want to be left behind with that lady. And to add, I am 5 foot, so being in a big crowd with average height people scares me because I literally cannot see where I am going. Harry ends up jumping on the same train as me and Ronnie. We get on the train as the doors shut and we turn around and there is Patricia. She has stopped screaming, but she is literally standing there watching us. And it freaks all three of us out. We end up all walking down to the other end of the train and trying to hide ourselves as the train begins to leave and we can finally relax. You are not expecting that you try to go home and on the way you meet someone, or you don't even meet someone, you make eye contact with someone and the next thing you know you're running for your life. But anyway, that is just a snippet of what life is like in good old Australia. But I hope you all enjoyed this little story of mine, or at least found it entertaining. And if you don't, that's okay, let it be a cautionary tale. If that is all, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and push bell notifications so you don't miss another video. I will be doing more of these story times later. Anyway, have a great day guys. I will see you next time. Bye. Yeah, that worked. Yeah.